What's up, YouTube? Bay Area Baller back again. It's my first live video, and that's why you gotta subscribe and hit the notification bell in case you never know when I'm gonna go live. I don't even know when I'm gonna go live. This is just an impromptu 53-man roster prediction. You know, training camp is underway. What's up, Josh? My first live viewer. Josh, hey. Shout out to you. I saw you on Cone Phone. Great call. I got to rewatch it because I had my kids were with me, and so I was listening to Cone Phone. I didn't call in today, but I got to rewatch it so I can really analyze what you said. But Josh, thanks for checking it out. It's my first live, and I thought we would look at the 49ers roster. You know, I think they got like 80 guys right now, and they're going to have to whittle that down. So that's what we're going to do today. All right, let me share my screen. All right, here we go. So I'm basing it off what the 49ers did last year in terms of positions, right? The 53-man roster, you know, we can't keep 5 or 6 quarterbacks. It's just not feasible. So last year we had 3 quarterbacks, 5 running backs, and that includes Jusczcyk. Jusczcyk is included in the 5 running backs. Okay. We had 6 wide receivers, 4 tight ends, 8 O-line, 9 D-line, 6 linebackers, 5 corners, and 4 safeties. All right. And that's with 3 specialists. And specialists would be the kicker, the punter, and the long snapper. All right. So I'm going to try to stick to that formula in terms of roster construction. I don't want to deviate too far. You know, I think we could keep maybe an extra receiver or, 6 linebackers. I was like, wow, we really kept 6 LBs last year. Anyway, let's go through, and we're making roster cuts. Let me know in the chat. It's the first live, so I'm fired up. Thanks for checking it out. But leave a comment if you disagree. All right, so quarterbacks. QBs. All right. So we're keeping 3. Jimmy G, Trey Lance, and this is that third one. All right. I want to go Josh Rosen, but we've guaranteed money to Nate Sudfield. So I'm hoping it's Rosen as that third QB. But if I was a betting man, I would probably bet on Sudfield. All right. And the practice squad, I haven't even talked about the practice squad because hey, what's up, Legend Killer? I'm also live on Twitch, fellas. I used to be on Twitch years ago playing Madden when I was trying to get my competitive Madden game on. So I figured, you know, I'm going live on YouTube. Let's go live on Twitch. Ben Meyerson, Big Ben. Thanks for checking it out. Hey, we're checking out the roster. We're going to try to whittle it down, and I'm taking any theories you guys have on who we're cutting, who we're keeping. Exactly, Josh. That's what I'm saying. I want him to be that third QB we keep, but I feel like if I was a betting man, I would bet on Sudfeld. No, Josh, stick on YouTube. I want to grow my YouTube. I feel like YouTube's where I'm going to be most of the time. So I would stick there. All right, so 3 QBs. Jimmy G, Trey Lance, and Josh Rosen, okay? That's it. Running backs. We kept 5 running backs, and one of them is Jusczcyk, all right? So with Jeff Wilson going down, that makes this a lot easier, okay? So Wayne Gallman, yes. Raheem Mostert, obviously. Trey Sermon is a monster. So the 4th guy, it's between Eli Mitchell and Jermichael Hasty. I'm going Eli Mitchell. All right. I remember Hasty, you know, he got some ops last year. And the thing with Hasty is he doesn't have too much patience to me. He loves to cut everything. He's got that herky-jerky running style. He's a jitterbug. That's what I like to call him. But he doesn't have that patience. He likes to cut everything real quick upfield. Sometimes you got to feel out the hole and then burst. Yeah, I mean, Hasty, he has a year in the system, so I wouldn't be mad at it. I don't hate Hasty, but from what I've seen of Eli Mitchell, he looks like a better inside runner, and he's got that outside speed. So I think I would take the gamble, the upside with Eli Mitchell, and try to sneak Hasty on the practice squad again. Because the practice squad, I wanted to address the practice squad. We could have 12 players on the practice squad. Last year, I believe it was as high as 16 with COVID. And you could have multiple veterans on the practice squad. This year, you could have 2 veterans who have accrued however many years. They could be seasoned vets. You could have 2 on the practice squad. Otherwise, 10 out of your 12 guys have to have 2 years or less accrued years in the NFL. All right, so we could have 2 vets on the practice squad this year. So those are the running backs I'm going with. We said 5 is the number, and we got to include Jusczcyk. So Gallman, Mostert, Mitchell, and Sermon, along with Jusczcyk. All right. Those are the 5 RBs. Wide receiver. I think this is the toughest one. All right. So I want to hear your guys' opinion in the chat. 6 receivers. And look at this list. Look at this list of receivers we got here. I mean, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got 12 receivers in camp right now. All right, so this is a tough call. All right, 6. Okay. So the obvious ones, Brandon Aiyuk, Deebo Samuel. We got to keep Richie James. I feel like Richie James is the favorite for the number 3 spot right now. So we need 3 more. All right, Jalen Hurd. I'm gonna include Jalen Hurd because I really liked what I saw from him at Tennessee and Baylor. Obviously, that one game, I think it was against the Cowboys in preseason, he was a beast. So I'm gonna put him on because I'm just hoping, fingers crossed, Jalen Hurd. All right, that's 4. I have a feeling River Cracraft is going to make it. But you know what? No, let's go practice squad Cracraft. But I have a feeling he's going to be on the roster. Jennings has looked good so far early in training camp. And then Trent Sherfield is supposed to be a phenomenal special teamer. And the little highlights that I saw of Sherfield when he was with the Cardinals, because when we signed him, I'm like, okay, let's check out Sherfield. What's he doing? And he looked pretty good. His route running was nifty. He's got some size. Like, he's not tiny. I think he's 6'1". He's got some muscle to him. So it's like I want to put Sherfield on there. This is where I feel like we might be able to go 7 receivers and maybe dial it back from 6 linebackers to 5. Like, do we really need 6? I mean, linebacker's a pivotal position on special teams. But, okay, all right. Let's try to iron this out. 6 receivers. Let me check the chat. What's going on in the chat? Jennings has to be on there, says Ben. I agree, Ben. I'm going to get him on there. And Grant says he's practicing with the starters. I saw that. Check out Ben Meyerson's channel. He just had a great interview with Grant Cohn. Great work, Ben. He says, no, not River. Okay, let's see Josh. Josh says Deebo, Aiyuk, James, Hurd, Benjamin, and Jennings. Travis Benjamin. Did I just skip over him? I did. Damn. This is going to be tough. This is going to be the toughest call, trying to whittle down the receiver room. All right, we got to do it, though. We got to make the tough calls. Make up your mind, EP. All right, 6, okay? I'm putting Sherfield on there for special team purposes. Jennings. Mohamed Sanu couldn't make our team last year, so why would he make it this year? That's what I'm thinking. He's even older, all right? So no Mohamed Sanu, I'm sorry. Maybe as one of those vet practice squad guys, you sneak Sanu on, right? Because he's been in Kyle Shanahan's system for so long. So we're at 2. Trent Taylor, Juwan Jennings. I'm going to say no to Travis Benjamin right now for the moment. Jalen Hurd, 3. Deebo, 4. Richie James, 5. Brandon Aiyuk, 6. That's what I got, fellas. That's what I'm rolling with. All right. Tight ends, 4. Now, do 4 tight ends? I appreciate that, Ben. Hey, what's up, Alex? Alex joined us from Twitch. 4 tight ends. I don't know if we're keeping 4 tight ends. All right, George Kittle's locked in. Ross Dwelley is locked in. Charlie Woerner, locked in. See, this is where I think we gain a roster spot. Last year, we kept 4 tight ends. I think we only keep 3. So now that's where maybe you can keep a 7th receiver now. Now an extra guy can be kept elsewhere. All right. So the 3 I see, George Kittle, Ross Dwelley, and Charlie Woerner. Speaking of Charlie Woerner, when we drafted him, this is going deep. I watched his high school highlights. This guy was a running back and a receiver in high school. He looked like a monster. Again, it's high school, but I still have some expectations for Charlie Woerner as a pass catcher. Remember how Dwelley had Dwelley time? We need Woerner time. I'm telling you, this guy is big. You know, he's not an easy man to tackle. All right, so yeah, I only see 3 tight ends. Okay, what position's next? O-line. 8 O-line. All right. 8 O-line. We got a lot of offensive linemen here, don't we? Okay. Mack, Brunskill. Mack, Brunskill. McKivitz, 3. Tomlinson, 4. Banks, 5. Trent Williams, 6. Shon Coleman, 7. Mike McGlinchey, 8. Jalen Moore. Jalen Moore, 9. Okay, so that, let's see. So if I want to keep, so it's basically Shon Coleman or Colton McKivitz. Those 2 are in a camp battle from what I see. All right, Tom Compton, no. Brendel, no. Dakota Shepley, he could steal a job too. He's a vet. But Shon Coleman hasn't played football in a few years. He tore his ACL 2019, 2020. He was an opt-out. But this guy was a former 3rd-round pick. So I haven't given up on Shon Coleman. I might be the only guy who likes Shon Coleman. He was supposed to be our swing tackle in 2019, but that's when he tore his ACL in preseason. So from what I can tell, Shon Coleman, Colton McKivitz are in a camp battle. They might be fighting for 1 spot. All right. Jalen Moore, I do like what I saw from Jalen Moore. He's got some agility to him. Good size. He was prone to getting beat by some bull rushers. I saw him getting backed up, when tackles kind of get walked back a little bit. I was seeing some of that from Jalen Moore on my quick film evaluation on him. But he's got potential. I don't want to see any more Jusczcyk. I'm sorry. Look at his PFF grades here. He was terrible. All right. Jusczcyk's gone. All right, what position's next? D-line. We got 9 defensive linemen that we kept. Let me check on the chat. I'm going back and forth, so if I'm missing you, I apologize. Yeah, we're deep. We're deep on the line. Hey, shout out to King James. You're the man. That's one of my best friends. What up, J-Mac? What's poppin'? Thanks for checking it out. Is you mind right now just like Hey, you're right, Alex. I know people get on me all the time for my facial expressions. You know, I like to, I mean, you can see how I feel on my face. I express my feelings. All right. But thanks for coming by. All right, let's keep this moving. D line. All right, where's the D line at on this thing? Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, here we go. Here we go. Okay. This is another tough position. We are deep on the defensive line. This is not going to be easy. We said 9. I mean, and look at this. I got to count how many we got here cuz edge is defensive line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so we got 16 in camp right now that they're telling me. We got to whittle it down to 9. All right, DJ Jones, 1. Maurice Hurst, 2. I just did a breakdown on Maurice Hurst and Arden Key. If you missed it, check it out. DJ Jones, 1. Maurice Hurst, 2. Zach Kerr, I want to keep Zach Kerr, 3. Contavious Street, man, that guy's got some power to him. It's like I want to keep Street, but we are so deep at the D line. It's like if I'm keeping Hurst and I'm keeping Kerr, can I really keep Street? He's been injury prone in his 2 or 3 year career so far. So I'm going to say no to Street because I can't keep everyone. Jones 1, Hurst 2, Kerr 3. Givens, I love Givens, but Givens and Hurst feel a bit redundant because both of them are smaller D tackles, more of pass rushers, but I like them both. Givens 4, just for now. Kinlaw 5. Jordan Willis. I want to make Jordan Willis 6, but let's pass on him for now, okay? Ebukam 6. Arden Key 7. Nick Bosa 8. D Ford 9. Eric Armstead 10. All right, so I took off a tight end and I'm putting it on defensive line. We're keeping 10 linemen. Okay, let's run that back one more time. DJ Jones 1, Maurice Hurst 2, Zach Kerr 3, Kevin Givens 4, but he also has that legal stuff going on, so I don't know what the update is there. Javon Kinlaw 5, Ebukam 6, Key 7, Bosa 8, Ford 9, Armstead 10. All right. Let me check the chat. What's the chat saying? Jay in the Bay. What's popping? Thanks for coming to my first live. I love checking out Jay in the Bay. Hey, Ben. Thanks for coming by. Enjoy your weekend. Happy holiday. Hey, I appreciate that, J Mac. I appreciate that. You know, I love football and I love the Niners. That's when, I stopped playing Madden and I'm trying to figure out some new hobbies. I was like, you know what? I got to hop on YouTube and just talk ball with the people because that's what I like to do. So thanks for you guys who are coming by, watching this live. But anyway, let's keep it moving. All right. I'm keeping 10 D line. I took off a tight end. We added it to D line. Linebackers 6. 6 linebackers. All right. All right. Let's delve into the linebackers. I got to do my homework on some of these guys. I can't even front. I watched the film, but I haven't watched any on Jonas Griffith. All right. I'm not going to front. So I'm going to say no to Jonas Griffith. Nathan Jerry. It's the guy we got from the Eagles, right? I think we want to keep him. I believe he's a good special teamer, okay? Jerry's 1. Greenlaw 2. I'm a big Al-Shaair guy. I like Aziz Al-Shaair more than you, more than likely. Al-Shaair's 3. Fred Woerner 4. Demetrius Flanagan Fowles, former safety, I believe, out of Arizona. He's 5. All right. So that's 6 linebacker spot. We might only keep 5 LBs. That's another spot I think we might be able to decrease by 1 and add it somewhere else. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Now I got an extra spot to play with, okay? We're keeping 5 LBs this year. Last year we kept 6. This year we're keeping 5. Jerry, Greenlaw, Alshire, Woerner, Flanagan, Fowles. All right? If Justin Hilliard impresses, maybe he's the 6th. But let's keep it moving. All right, corners. Corners. We kept 5 last year. Where's corners at? All right, corners. K1, you can write him in Sharpie in the slot until he gets injured. Knock on wood. We don't want that, though. Knock on wood. Be positive, EP. Come on. K1's 1. Jason Verrett's 2. Tim Harris, I mean, this guy's been on our team for like 2 or 3 years already, and I don't think he's ever played. No, he hasn't played. But I'm going to make him 3. Ambry Thomas. Okay, no, take that back. Tim Harris can't make it. Tim Harris can't make it. All right. K1, 1. Jason Verrett, 2. Diamador Lenoir, 3. Ambry Thomas, 4. Who am I missing? Where's Moseley? Where's Moseley? Are they missing Moseley on here? Or am I tripping? They got Emmanuel Moseley as a safety. What are these guys doing? Hey, PFF, let's go. Get it together. Emmanuel Moseley ain't a safety. All right, let's run that back. K1, 1. Jason Verrett, 2. Diamador Lenoir, 3. Ambry Thomas, 4. Emmanuel Moseley, 5. K1, Verrett, Lenoir, Thomas, Moseley. I mean, that's 5 right there. All right, safety. Safety 4. We kept 4 safeties last year. So that's kind of what that's the blueprint that we're kind of following. Again, we're tweaking it a little bit as we see fit, but 4 safeties. Jaquaski Tart. All right. Tavon Wilson, he's a vet. I think we're keeping Tavon Wilson. That's 2. Jimmy Ward is 3. Damn. This is tougher than I thought, fellas. This is tougher than I thought, fellas. Tart's 1, Tavon's 2, Jimmy's 3. I mean, Tarvarius Moore's getting the starting reps right now, right? Because Tart's not practicing. So Tarvarius Moore's getting the reps at the starter, so he's got to be 3. Talanoa Hufanga, I really like that guy. That guy's got to be 4. So Marcel Harris, practice squad. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we practice squatted him last year and brought him up when we saw fit. Cheyenne, correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't want to pronounce your name wrong. Hey, I appreciate you. Thanks for coming by to my first live. Yo, EP, you're an absolute stud. I love your attitude. Hey, that fires me up. Thanks, Cheyenne. Man, Josh, you know what? I think you like Tarvarius more than I do, because man, he just takes bad angles. Like, he's got the tools, right? He's got the size and the speed. But I don't think he has it up here, Josh. I don't know. And why? This is something I can't wrap my brain around. In the Super Bowl, Travis Kelce is lined up in the slot. And we have Cheyenne. Thank you for that. Yes, exactly. In the Super Bowl, Travis Kelce's in the slot, and we match him up with Tarvarius Moore. And Mahomes goes right to Kelsey, and Tarvarius Moore's lost. He has his back turned, doesn't know where the ball is. Remember, and he mugs Kelsey, pass interference, ball's at the 1. All right. And even I was like, why the hell is Tarvarius Moore? He did have that interception. He had the interception in the Super Bowl, but to me, it's not like he made a great play. I mean, the ball got popped up. Yes, good awareness. He caught the tipped pass, but it's not like he jumped a route and made a sick interception. No, but that pass interference really upset me because honestly, I was like, why isn't Witherspoon? If we're playing man coverage, give me Witherspoon over Tarvarius Moore because he got absolutely cooked. Didn't even try to see the ball coming. And you can look that up for yourself. That's a play that upset me. But he's got it. I got to put him on the roster because he's got some experience. He's been in the system. He's getting reps with the starters right now. So 4 safeties. All right. Let's make up our mind here. Okay. Tavon Wilson, Jimmy Ward, Tarvarius Moore, Talanoa Hufanga. That's the 4. All right. Marcel Harris, you're going to the practice squad. And a lot of these guys who were tough to cut, Cracraft, Marcel Harris, they're going on the practice squad. That's a very real possibility. So, and we've done it before with Flanagan Fowles, turning safeties into linebackers. And Hufanga is so instinctive. Audio Abdul, I appreciate it. Thanks for coming by. You guys got me pumped up. When I was like, hey, I'm going to go live, I didn't know how many people were going to come through. But I'm very satisfied and excited. And if I do this more often, the channel is only going to grow. We're going to get more people in the chat. The chat's going to be even more live. So make sure you're hitting that subscribe. And I'd probably turn on the notifications if I were you, because you never know when I'm going live. I didn't even know I was going to go live today until the fiance took the kids out the house. And I said, okay, you know what? Bay Area Ballers got some time. All right. We're going to analyze this 53-man roster. All right. That's what I'm saying. There's some tough calls, Abdul. And that's why I want your guys' opinion. So Abdul is keeping Marcel on the active roster and putting Hufanga on the practice squad. Yes, Josh, consistency. And I'm live on Twitch. I'm live on YouTube. So we're trying to grow the platforms. Tell a buddy, hey, one of your buddies. It's always fun to watch someone with a friend of yours say, hey, come check out Bay Area Baller. Send them the link. I'd appreciate it. But hey, you know what? We just made roster cuts. We just laid out the 53-man roster, and I did it with you guys. All right, so that's all I got for today, fellas. So unless you guys have some more questions, I'm going to wrap it up. But if you guys got any questions, we'll do a few minutes, a little Q&A. But, man, this was a lot of fun. All right, let me give you guys some inside information on some of these players. All right, Jason Verrett. I remember when he was coming out of TCU. Jason Verrett was a baller, and I wanted the Niners to draft him that year. And that was the year we took Jimmy Ward. The Chargers selected Verrett like 2 picks ahead of Jimmy Ward, and that was a stinger. Oh, man. Aaron, you're the man. Hey, Aaron, I got to give thanks to this guy because he's one of my best friends, and he said, hey, I got something that's going to improve your stream. He sent me some lights. He sent me a laptop stand. Aaron, you're the man. I appreciate you. But I've always liked Jason Verrett. Dude is an absolute baller. Let's keep going down. Okay, Ambry Thomas. This guy's got some serious potential. All right. If you watched my draft video, you would note that he's green. He only had 1 year as a starter for Michigan. All right. But he's got the tools. He's got good size, great speed. He could develop into a lockdown guy, but I don't know if he's quite there yet. I got Moseley winning the starting job with Verrett. Tart. I'm a big Tart guy, guys. I love Jusczcyk Tart. All right. I love how he makes plays in the backfield. I mean, he shoots the gap. He's really good against the run. Sometimes I feel like he does have some mental farts in pass coverage, some mental breakdowns. But for the most part, I really like Jusczcyk Tart. You know, obviously health has been an issue. Man, those collarbones, the way he tackles, and he'll never change it because he's done it for years. But he throws his collarbone like right into the running back's like knee or thigh. I remember it happened. That's how he broke his collarbone against Mark Ingram. It's tough. But when he's on the field, I really like Jusczcyk Tart. And when he's not on the field, I see it, right? Marcel Harris against the Saints, right, comes in. I think this was 2019. And first play, Jared Cook just runs right by Marcel Harris, touchdown. You see the difference when Tart is not on the field. We're going down. Jimmy Ward. We asked Jimmy Ward to do a lot, right? He's the center field safety a lot. He comes in the slot and defends slot receivers or tight end. Jimmy Ward is pivotal to our success on defense. Moseley, I like Emmanuel Moseley. And I've been hearing some slander that Moseley doesn't match up with DK Metcalf, and I disagree. Check the tape. I did a breakdown previously where we analyzed Emmanuel Moseley versus DK Metcalf. Moseley played him tough. Metcalf beat him over the top once, you know, for a big play touchdown. But for the most part, Moseley's making it tough on him. Who's getting more picks this year, Ward or Tart? Shon? Neither guy are big interception guys. That's the thing, man. Our safeties, we want more turnovers. That's something hopefully D'Amico can get out of these guys, because neither one of them are big interception plays. Remember that one interception Tart had versus Cam Newton? I think it was the first play of the year a few years ago. That one-handed pick. I mean, that was sick. But other than that, Tart hasn't given us too much ball production. But if I had to pick, I'm going to go Tart. How about whoever is on the field more, all right? Whoever stays on the field more. I know, that pick was sick. That's when I'm like, okay, all right, Tart. Some sick ball skills, the one-handed snag. Tart, okay, Josh thinks Tart too. Yeah, so I'm going to say Tart. All right, let's just keep kind of going through the roster and giving out some tidbits. Dre Greenlaw, beast. Abdul wants to see Greenlaw take another step. Me too. Absolutely. And Greenlaw stays on the field a lot. When we go to nickel, Greenlaw's still on the field with Fred. K1's, knock on wood, he's healthy and in the slot. All right, what about offense? What are we seeing on offense? All right, Jimmy, fellas. Okay, I might as well take this time to address Jimmy G and Trey Lance. When should Trey Lance play? Okay. Trey Lance should play when Jimmy's losing, all right? And let's say if the Niners start out 2-4, you make the transition. As long as Trey's looking competent and ready in practice, all right? So Jimmy, the success of the team will dictate when we bench Jimmy, all right? If we start out and we're hot, we're 5-2, you're rolling with Jimmy. You're 6-2, you're rolling with Jimmy. You start losing games, we start out 3-5, you know, for some, you make the switch. All right. So Jimmy's play on the field will dictate when Trey gets his opportunity. Okay. And that being said, Trey has to look good in practice, right? Because if he's not grasping the offense as quickly as we'd like, then, you know, and we're 4-4 or 5-5 and Trey doesn't look like he's quite ready, well, then I think you still got to roll with Jimmy. So that's where I'm at with the whole Trey and Jimmy thing, right? From what we hear, Jimmy's getting all the reps right now with the starters. And they're bringing Trey along. But anyway, okay, you guys got my opinion on that because I've heard a lot of, we need to do this by week 8. Trey has to play. Well, what if we're 6-2? Then Trey has to play? No. I'm going to push back on that. But hey, that's all I got for you guys today, fellas. This was a lot of fun. Thanks for coming and checking it out. Hit that subscribe, like and subscribe, and then I would hit that notification bell. That way you get the notification when we go live. So that's going to wrap it up. Thanks very much, Josh. You guys have a good rest of your weekend. Catch you next time.